Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Media Picker. My name is Brandon. If you're new here, this channel is about anything related to reselling a media online for a profit. If it's something you might be interested in learning about, please consider subscribing to the channel. Would greatly appreciate it. As you can see by the title of this is a massive CD buy I did. I'm going to show you the pictures and stuff off Facebook Marketplace. You can kind of get an idea of what's in there. And then I'm doing a 5-part series. I'm going to go over some of the highlights and show you some of the sold comps on some of the stuff. When I first initially bought this haul, I thought maybe $3,000 to $5,000 in listings probably out of it. I think it's going to be more than that because I didn't even think about this. Even listing these at like $3 a piece, that's almost $3,000 right there. I've got a bunch of stuff I can lot up, a bunch of stuff that will be listed individually. A lot of stuff has surprised me. I have not looked up every single thing, and nor am I going to until I get to the point where I'm going to list it. But I just kind of picked through the ones that I figured I'd probably worth some money, looked them up, and I'm going to show you about 20 or so. I have screenshots of sold comps for most of them. Other ones I just wrote them down and posted. Now I'll tell you what the sold comps are, so roughly what I'll list them for. Right here next to me off camera is over 220 some dollars. I think 228 is what I had up. That was on the low end of sold comps. So that's almost got me up right to where I paid for everything. So I'm sure I got. Tell you what I paid for it. Tell you what happened with the story. It's a little different. Money does talk, as I will explain that when I show you the pictures. Okay, so here is the haul. Facebook listing, approximately 1,100 CDs, all in excellent condition, and most of them are. There's going to be a few that are probably scratched as I go through them. And I'll clean them, obviously, but the ones I've looked at, pristine, I'm going to be listing tons of these as like new condition, which is great for value. It's not 1,100 CDs unless she was counting like, one album's 2 discs or 3 discs or whatever. It was 897 to be exact when I counted through all these, or 900 basically. I paid $300 for it, so my buy cost is about 33 cents a piece, which is a steal for what I have here. Story is I caught this on a Sunday on Facebook, and she listed for $250. So I messaged her and said, I'm interested in picking these up. I can pick them up when I'm available, whenever. And she said, okay, it's already pending. I'll put you on the list. Well, I'm about 15 minutes from her, 20 with traffic. I guess the first person that was on the list was an hour and a half away up by Midway Airport, Chicago. I said, okay, put me on the list if it falls through. Not realizing that there were like literally 15 to 20 people ahead of me. So I was never getting this. So I messaged her back again and I said, if it falls through, let me know. I'll give you 300 for it instead of 250. And she goes, okay. She goes, that might put you at the top of the list. So she messages me back and says the other person's hour and a half away and she wants them out of her house because they're moving and stuff. They just want to get rid of them. She said, if you can give me $300 to yours. She goes, how quick can you be there? I said, be there in 20 minutes. So I got there. Wasn't a little bit harder, like I said, 900. Still a steal at that price. I will take that all day. So I'm going to go to the pictures. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And then I'm going to go through physical copies here, just kind of show you a little bit of the ones that are actually available in the first box. The first box that is part of the video is 180 CDs. I'm not going through and showing you all these 180 CDs. There's a lot of stuff that I'm not going to show you that is stuff I can lot up. There's Lana Del Rey, there's Melissa Etheridge, and there's some stuff I've never seen of hers before, which could be worth some money individually. Winona, the Judds, all that stuff's going to be lotted together. I can get, some of these are 10, 12 CDs. I can probably get 20, 30 bucks out of them. So I'll be making profit on the lots pretty good too. But I'm going to show you the individual ones that actually have decent value. Not a lot, but you'll get the idea kind of what's in here. It's a mixture of hip-hop, rock, some country. So a little bit of everything. Some of this I probably will be putting in my collection also. I'll come across that. You'll check the other channel, CD Collector. Links below if you want to see what I'm adding to my collection from this. That's fine. Well, let's go look at the pictures first. I don't make this too long. It's looking probably be like 20 minutes or so at least. It's not going to let me zoom in pictures this way. Okay, let's do this. Let's see if I can do it this way. Okay, I'm hoping you can see a better view of this. Let me check my other screen to see what you're seeing. Okay, that's a little better. I just can't see myself right now. So make sure I got it up again. Okay. Okay, so there's the CDs there. That's not a lot better there. I zoomed in a little bit and kind of looked at it. I'm like, okay, it's probably 75 a rack, and so I figured, I figured 900,000 tops. It wasn't 1,100. It was 897, like I said. But we'll zoom in a little bit. So just here, there's Blink 182. There's Black Box. She had them pretty much in order. Big and Rich, that'll be all lotted up. Berlin, there's some really good stuff in there. Some of that Berlin is worth a lot of money. The Boy George stuff I haven't looked up. Again, that would be lotted together. Pink, that'll be lotted together. And these lots, the Pink CDs are, 10, 12 bucks right there. And Black Eyed Peas there's 3, 4. I think there's another album. So it's 4, 5, 6 Black Eyed Peas album right there. So that's another 15 to 20 probably as far as listing. Christina Aguilera, Fiona Apple, Beck, Bee Gees, a little bit of everything. Aerosmith, Paul Abdul. There's a decent amount of garbage in here, which is some decent value. There's Fugees, Aretha Franklin, Green Day. There's a little bit of everything. This box has basically Eminem's entire catalog, which is awesome. More mixture of a little bit of everything. Mariah Carey. Some of these boxes aren't going to be as good as others, but I'm going to show you the highlights of some of this stuff here. So stay tuned for all 5 parts of the series I'll be putting out. I'll put them out I'll probably put them out over a 2-week span on days I normally don't put videos out. There'll just be a video as part of the series in between. I'll just try and get them out that way. There's more no doubt here. There's Nas, there's hip hop, there's Wu-Tang Clan in here, there's Snoop Dogg. Like I said, Eminem. I think there's Dr. Dre, Obi Thrice. Definitely quite a bit of hip hop mixed in too, which I would say has some good value. Avril Lavigne. I mean, there's just tons. So all these little boxes, I put them into 5 boxes. So each box is 100 plus CDs, and I'm just going to do a video on each one. This is make one massive CD. So there's the pictures. Let me go back to the half screen and start showing you sold comps. One is not a sold comp. I think it wasn't a sold, but there's one listed for pretty good money. So let me just make sure everything's good over here. Sorry, I'm multitasking here at the moment. Okay. So first thing here, let's share my screen again. Here we go. So sold compilations can go for a little bit. This one is Absolute 80s. It's 2-disc compilation. Like, these are like new. There's no marks on these. These are spotless. So they're going to go even for probably a little more than what I have the comp on here for. It's the comps usually the ones that are done in very good condition. As you see, that one says very good condition. Minor scratch marks. This one has none. So I have sold comps at $8 to $10 on this. This one kind of surprised me. It's like the best 10, and there's a couple of sold comps. This is actually the lower one I pulled. Best of Missing Persons, 10 best sellers. There's another one for like $16 or $17.50. Again, free ship though, so $14.99. You figure it's about $10. I have it 10 to 12 is probably where I'm going to put it, but that's a sold comp there because the other one's a little higher. This one no sold comps, but here's one for of the Digipack in the same as the same edition as those. There's a couple different versions of this. This is $10. So 8 to 10 is where this will be. I haven't posted on it since then. Best of Snoop Dogg. Uh, 6 to 8. Again, like I said, not a ton on a lot of this stuff, but you start seeing, if it's either $5, $6, $7 a piece, and I've got 900 of them, that's $5,000-$6,000 worth of listings. It's more than I thought it was going to be probably. And I guess we'll see what the other boxes kind of come out to, but these are really good. These are also signed. These are personally signed because they're signed to the person that I bought them from. I think it's a mother and daughter. So here's this little comp of a signed one, actually, which I found kind of surprised. I have this going between 40 and 50. This is Terry Nunn and Berlin all the way in. Again, these are like new condition. This is sign on the front. Just spotless discs. So 40 to 50 on this one. Remember, I paid $300 for everything. Okay. Another one signed. Berlin Foreplay. This one pretty much the same condition, basically 20 to 25. You see the sold comp there. Actually, it's listed, I should say, for 22. So probably around that range is probably where I'll end up selling for. Again, sign on the front. This one was actually pretty rare also. Grace Potter and the Nocturnals, The Lion, the Beast, and the Beat. This is the deluxe, super deluxe edition, which has the bonus DVD also, which is a live concert. Take my post-it off there. I'm not sure. As you can see, it is best offer accepted. My guess is they probably sold it for 30 if I had to roughly guess, but between 20 and 40. I'll probably put mine up for 40 again and take offers and see where it sells. But that's a good one also. So those three right there are over $100. Again, I just pulled stuff that I thought was a little different also. You just kind of see the variety in here a little up close. Evanescence Deluxe Edition, self-title. Between 6 and 8, that's a good condition one. This one's in better shape, so maybe between 7 and 9 or 8 and 10 for this. This one, I think can go for quite a bit more than what this listing shows. So we have one sold copy. This is a lot of hip hop mixed in here too. Shady Records. Yellow Wolf, Radioactive. This is the deluxe edition. There's not one currently listed on eBay. So right now I can technically name my own price on this. There is a sold cop of $12. I'm definitely going to go higher than that because there's not one on eBay, and I'm going to see what I can shoot for. I may put this up for $24.98, $25 and just see what happens. If it sells for $12, then that's what it is. But without there being an active listing for me to compete against, I can name the price and then let the market decide where it's really at. So we'll see where it goes. But at least $12 for that. Tupac, Greatest Hits. Might check my copy. This one might be in better shape. This is, again, spotless. Spotless. $9 plus ship. I have it roughly between 7 and 10 is where I'm going to put this at. And again, these are sold comps I am showing you. Michael Jackson Thriller Deluxe Edition. Between 5 and 7. Here's one that's similar to mine in condition, sold for $549. So I'd probably put it up for $698 and obviously take offers and probably sell for $549. This one's decent also. This one's in really good shape for a digipack because usually if you look at these things, they have bent corners. Madonna, Sticky and Sweet Tour. The DVD and CD digipack, really good shape. Sold comp there, $13.49. I have this between 12 and 15. I'll probably go a little higher because I run sales and still take offers on that. So all my prices are going to probably be a little bit higher than what the sold comp is, obviously, because of how I run my store. But again, sold comp between, there's a couple of those between $12 and $15. A couple more I'm going to show you. I think I've got 2 more. And then other ones I did comps on, but I just don't have screenshots for it. There's just too many on my computer here. We've got Nas, Illmatic. Here again, some of the hip hop I'm showing you. Again, like new condition. So $10.99. I think that free ship. Yeah, free ship. I have between 6 and 8. There were a couple of sold comps that are a little bit higher. So not too bad there. More hip hop. Might be the last one. No, I got 1 more after this. 2 more after this, actually. This one is basically a $10 comp based on condition. I have an $8 one showing you this. Mine's in better shape. Legend of Wu-Tang Clan's Greatest Hits. 16 tracks. Like new condition. Roughly $10 sold comp. Again, ones that aren't worth a lot, but again, this is like new. between 5 and 7. This one was 7 free ship. So I'm gonna probably put it up for $4.98, $5.98, and just kind of take offers and see where it goes. This is for Stevie Wonder's song review greatest hits collection. We've already have this in my personal collection. And one that surprised me a little bit, but not as much as it probably should have. Or yeah. Anyway, this is worth more than I thought it would be, because some of these compilations like this really aren't worth a ton. This is like between $8 and $10. That's $12.59 plus shipping. Actually, mine, it's probably about that. It's why do I have 8 to 10? It's probably between 10 and 13. Rolling Stone Women Rock, the 3-disc compilation. Really good, solid artists on here. I mean, you're talking Aretha Franklin, Tina Turner, Janis Joplin, Gladys Knight, Carly Simon, In Vogue, Tori Amos, Eurythmics. I mean, Patsy Cline, a little bit of everything. Now the ones that I have that aren't screen, I have videos for, tabs for. Good God, I can't talk. Edie Carey, Another Kind of Fire. Not worth a lot on its own. However, it is signed. So I'll probably put this up for 15 to 20. See what happens. No comps on it. Prince. This is Art Official Age. It's like a $5 to $6 based on sold comps. Again, I'm paying 33 cents a piece. Here's another one. Compilation. These are always pretty good. Entertainment 80s Wave, 2-disc. Between $6 and $8 sold comps. And again, even some lower end ones. Again, they add up. Amy Winehouse, Frank, $4 and $6. I've got other ones of hers. I'm gonna lot those probably together since I found some other ones in the box. So I'll get more out of it, squeeze more of it that way. So I'm also having them all listed individually. Jay-Z The Hits, Collection Volume 1. This isn't very good condition. Digipack's got some scratches on the back. Between $5 and $7 of sold comps. This one was pretty decent. Okay, this is Flies. Definition of Real. This is hip hop from what it looks like to me. Not promote this one. Cops between $10 and $15. Again, like new condition. So I'll mark these up because a lot of cops were done very good. And another one I never heard of. Cops are about $5. Tony Ayo, The Thoughts of Predicate Felon. This is also hip hop. Eminem's on here. Obi Bryce is on here also. Guest appearances. But just this stack alone. Okay, so that box had 180 in it. 23 of them are going to be listed for a minimum. I did the low end on these of $228 when I added these up. I paid $300 for 897 CDs. Gonna do well. But so here's the first portion there. And then here's the second of what I just showed you. And these 23 CDs are like $228, about $10 a piece. That's what they average out to, which is pretty good. Now, if I could average that through the rest of the boxes, talking $9,000 approximately in listings. Way better than I thought. I was thinking between 2 and 4, 3 to 5 tops. We'll see what the other boxes show. Looks promising to start. I don't think this is even the best box. I think the next box I'm going to do is going to be the best one. We will see. If you get anything out of this, consider subscribing to the channel. Stay tuned for parts 2 through 5 of the series. Questions, comments, anything. If there's something you see here that you might want, let me know. I might be able to try and get it up quicker. It's going to be a while before I even get to this, unfortunately, because I just don't have the room to inventory it all. Anyway, again, questions, comments, anything, throw them in the chat. If you got anything on this, consider subscribing. Click the like button, which also does help me out. Click the bell for future notifications, other videos just like this. And I appreciate your time. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.